We know the highlights: the historic victory, the Nobel Prize, the charismatic leader who shaped a generation. But behind the polished speeches and the global fame lies a story rarely told. A journey of identity, loneliness, and a relentless search for belonging. This is the untold story of Barack Obama. Long before Barack Obama became a global symbol, he was just Barry, a boy caught between worlds. Born in Hawaii to a Kenyan father and a Kansan mother, his father left when he was 2. At age 6, his life uprooted again, to Jakarta, Indonesia. Here he navigated crowded markets, learned Bahasa Indonesia, and felt the sting of being an outsider. He later wrote, "I was like a young spy, learning the codes of different tribes." Returning to Hawaii, he lived with his grandparents, one of the few black students at his prestigious prep school. He buried his loneliness in books and basketball. This wasn't the future president preparing for power. This was a teenager trying to answer one painful question: where do I fit? The college years at Columbia are often glossed over. But this was his period of self-imposed exile. He lived in a sparse apartment in Harlem, devouring philosophy and avoiding parties. His most influential mentor wasn't a politician, but an older radical black poet and former communist named Frank Marshall Davis. Frank challenged his thinking on race and power, connections that would later fuel political attacks. Then, a turning point. Rejecting Wall Street, he took a $12,000 a year job as a community organizer in Chicago's South Side. Colleagues remember him failing, repeatedly. Doors slammed in his face. He learned a brutal lesson: you can't inspire people if you don't truly listen. These gritty, unseen years forged the empathy that would later define his politics. Before the presidency, before the Senate, Obama saw himself as a writer. His memoir, Dreams from My Father, was written in his 30s, a deep, raw, literary excavation of his father's ghost and his own racial identity. It was a commercial flop. For years, it sold barely 1,000 copies a year. That book, born from introspection, not ambition, became his secret weapon. Its authenticity gave his political voice a depth few rivals could match. The failed writer had unknowingly written the blueprint for a future president's narrative. His 2004 Senate run is history, but the untold part is the audacious, hidden bet his inner circle made. Advisors David Axelrod and Valerie Jarrett saw his DNC keynote not just as a speech, but as a national audition. They crafted a long-game strategy: use the Senate as a mere stepping stone for a presidential run within 2 years. They were betting the country was ready for a story, not just a resume. That speech wasn't an endpoint. It was the first move in a secret, high-stakes plan to win the White House. So who is the untold Obama? He is not just the symbol of hope, nor the political figure of controversy. He is the perpetual bridge builder between races, between idealism and pragmatism, between a broken past and an imagined future. His greatest strength was born from his greatest pain: the outsider's ability to understand multiple Americas at once. His story reminds us that our deepest struggles, with identity, belonging, and purpose, can become the very foundation of extraordinary leadership.